Hey everyone. Um, Apologies on me being a little bit quiet lately and not updating things as much as I probably would have liked when it comes to the fundraising and yeah, just everything in general. Um, yeah, I've kind of taken a step back from a few things for the last few weeks and just kind of slowly easing back into everything. Um, Yeah, but I wanted to do a kind of longer video update than just the short written one I did that I attached to the fundraiser page. Um, normally I like to do videos outside. I think this is the first time I've recorded a video like this inside. The weather's just been really crazy all over the place the last couple days. So trying to get a dry window or a window without really heavy winds has been not easy. So yeah, here we are in my little cottage, which is stacked full of all sorts of stuff. Yeah, or what you can probably see is what my coffee machine and a bit of my gear storage. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I've got a bit of stuff written down so that I don't get too far off track because I know that I can once I get talking. Kind of ironic for someone with anxiety. um, so yeah, let's get into it. Look, I just want to thank everyone. I've been absolutely blown away. Donors, people who've shared, commented, sent me messages. Yeah, I can't put it into words. I've been just truly blown away. Friends, family, even complete strangers. I'm so amazed, and so grateful for everyone's help and everyone's continued support on what I'm doing. It's just been incredible. So I wanted to update a little bit about what's going on and a little bit more about the expedition for New Zealand, which, equal parts anxious and excited about, I gotta say. But that'll always be like that with me. um, so where are we? I do want to get to everyone individually. I really, really do. I just haven't. I'm really sorry. I just haven't gotten there yet. But I really hope that I'm going to get there soon and thank everyone individually because you really all deserve that individual thanks, not just some group video or message or whatever. But yeah, truly, thank you so much for the support so far and the ongoing support. So yeah, just update. I'm pretty happy that I'm just about to log 3,000 meters of elevation gain since I started this fundraising effort in my attempt to do the Triple Crown, which I've talked about in a last video and in the descriptions and everything. So yeah, that's a huge amount of elevation gain to try to do. But I've got a few months to get that done, so I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to get there. It feels good to be hitting up above the few thousand mark in meters. Most of that's been through hiking, a little bit of climbing, scrambling type stuff. Yeah, so just trying to get out and get amongst it whenever the weather's been doable. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this fundraiser and where the money is going, because I feel like that's pretty important. When you're fundraising, being committed to putting that money towards where it needs to go, and being ethical about it obviously is a major part. So all of the money that I'm trying to raise is going towards flights, transportation once we're in New Zealand, with the flights, extra baggage, because we're going to have a bunch of extra gear that we're going to need extra baggage for the expedition, because we're going to have to carry quite a bit of extra climbing, mountaineering type equipment with us. Obviously national park fees, hut fees, all that type of stuff that fits within the New Zealand model, slightly different to what we have here when it comes to national parks and huts and things. A few final bits of equipment, not so much, pretty prepared when it comes to that, but there are a few just tiny little bits. And then of course when we touch down, supplies, food to keep us going, canisters of fuel for cooking, obviously petrol for the van to keep us going, and then just other little bits and pieces of supplies once we are in Christchurch and we spend about a day getting set up. So that kind of brings me on to the plan, or plan A, for the whole expedition and what we're hoping to do. So the plan is over 10 days to do 3 peaks. We wanted to give ourselves a pretty good time window because we're new to this, and in New Zealand the weather is unpredictable, so we wanted to give ourselves rest days, driving days, wet weather day or bad weather days in between, so that we can actually achieve the 3 peak goal. So that 3 peaks is 2 out of Arthur's Pass, so we can base there and do 2 peaks either side. So one side Mount Temple, and then the other side we're going to do Mount Rollston. And then the plan is to head down from Arthur's to the west coast, drive along past the glaciers and everything, and then up another one of the mountain passes and do Mount Brewster, which again is a short hike in, base out of the hut, and do Brewster Peak from there. All these mountains have several routes and routes on them, so that's another thing that we're kind of looking at and just deciding which ones we're going to do. We're looking at the easier ones, of course, not wanting to put ourselves in any sketchy situations, and then kind of coming up with some plan B, plan C, just in case something happens, weather, whatever might happen, and throw a spanner in the works. So we want to have a few options up our sleeve in case we do need to sort of change some plans around. So I'm looking at planning, looking at maps and just kind of planning some of those backup plans right now. Vital stage of really starting to look at expenses and starting to book things, flights, vehicle, huts, things like that, so that we can stop stressing about those major things, and all we have to worry about is those really minor details once we actually get into New Zealand and kind of have a day to sort all of those out. So we're in a really vital place at the moment of trying to pull all of those major things together as soon as possible, so that we can know that we've got that under control and know that we've got those backup plans. I've been talking to friends of mine who have far more experience when it comes to mountaineering and alpine type stuff, and they have been helping me kind of look at maps and put things together. Chris, if you're watching this, massive shout out and thank you to you for all the time that you've spent talking to me, going over maps and things and different areas. So that's been a massive help. So that's where we're at the moment. So I just wanted to update you all on the plan, what it's looking like, and what we're hoping to do, and obviously where the funds are going and why I'm trying to raise the funds. Thank you all so much. I'll do another update soon, probably maybe talking about the backup plans in case we can't do what our first initial plan was. But huge thank you, and again, if anyone, if you can help out in any way, whether that's donations, whether that's sharing this stuff with your friends or on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, way that you feel you can help would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, all the best. I will talk to you soon. Cheers. Look, just an add-on, I just forgot one tiny little bit that I did want to throw in there. Just about this whole expedition, this whole sort of adventure. Now that we are at the point of really starting to pull the cord on things and get things booked and get things moving and look at all the smaller details that we will need to do once we land, I'd say I've spent years preparing myself for this. I'm beginning this journey into mountaineering and alpine style climbing. It really has been years of preparation for me, and probably about a solid year of actually trying to pull this particular expedition, this adventure, this whatever you want to call it, trip together. So that's been a huge learning curve for me, and really years in the making, getting the skills and the experience that I've needed. It's very exciting. At the same time, quite stressful and anxiety provoking. But yeah, it's a very exciting thing to see something that you've spent years trying to pull together finally coming together